And finally, before we get to your questions, we have some news to announce.
Commissioner Kathy Engelberg, Commissioner of the WNBA, just announced that starting in 2025, the WNBA Finals format.
The WNBA just stunned everyone with a major announcement during the playoffs, and yes, it's all tied to the Caitlin Clark phenomenon. Big rule changes are coming in 2025, but here's the real question: is this all coming too late? Will any of these changes actually matter? When Clark exited the playoffs, arenas were nearly deserted and TV ratings plummeted. Now the league is scrambling, desperately trying to recover, but can new rules really fix what's fundamentally broken? Let's talk about Clark's impact. She didn't just play the game, she transformed it. 62 records shattered, packed arenas, sky-high TV viewership. Clark and the Fever became a nightly highlight reel that fans couldn't stop watching.
I knew the atmosphere was going to be electric when they announced Caitlin's name in the dark and the fans went crazy.
But here's the cold truth: the moment Clark was gone, everything unraveled. Ratings dropped off a cliff by 80%. Some arenas looked like ghost towns, with entire seating sections tarped off just to hide the emptiness from TV viewers. And let's be honest, are you even shocked? Clark wasn't just participating, she was carrying the WNBA on her back. And now that she's out of the picture, what happens next? Can the league even survive without its golden goose? These rule changes better deliver, because as of now, things are looking seriously grim. But before we break it all down, make sure you're subscribed, because you don't want to miss this.
With the WNBA playoffs, let's stay here. Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now.
So here's where it gets wild: the WNBA isn't just making small adjustments, they're pulling the emergency lever. These aren't tweaks, this is a full-scale overhaul, and it could either revive the league or bury it further. The big question: will these changes fill the Caitlin-sized hole left in their ratings? Or is the league heading back into irrelevance? First up, they're expanding the regular season from 40 to 44 games, thanks to the addition of a brand new team in 2025, the Golden State Valkyries. That's 4 more chances for fans to watch their favorite teams.
To go to multiple arenas so that people that are watching at home can see this environment in a multitude of cities. It's amazing. I love it. The growth.
But that's not all. The WNBA Finals are getting a major upgrade, too. They're shifting from a best-of-5 format to a full-blown best-of-7 series, aiming to stretch out fan engagement and revenue.
Starting in 2025, the WNBA Finals format will change to a best-of-7 series.
Yes.
And the format will be 2-2-1-1.
Because let's be real, more games mean more ticket sales, more TV deals, and hopefully, more fans. The first round of the playoffs is also getting a shakeup, moving to a 1-1-1 format that guarantees the lower-seeded team at least one home game.
Say for the fans, it's a benefit for your team. It's played well enough to get into the playoffs, so now that your fans will be able to see your team play at home during those.
Take the Fever vs. Sun series for example. Indiana never got a chance to play in front of their home crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, thanks to all the controversy from the first 2 games. Looks like the league finally realized lower seeds need a home court moment too. Now Commissioner Kathy Engelberg is out here trying to convince us these changes will rescue the league, saying it's all about constantly balancing the schedule. Right. More like constantly scrambling to keep the league afloat without its only superstar.
Increased attention this year. There's also been increased scrutiny about the quality of refereeing. Curious if there has been any conversation about whether it's referee pay, referee training, anything to ensure that is as good as it can.
But let's be honest, are these changes really solving what fans care about? More games sound good on a press release, but what about the real concerns? Player safety? Fair officiating? Those are being completely ignored by Engelberg and the league office.
And the one thing as a very long-term sports fan I know is that officiating and refereeing is always at the top of a fan's list, of the media's list. Obviously not every, they're human.
It's like slapping a fresh coat of paint on a crumbling house and acting like it's been fully renovated. Let's not insult fans. They saw what Caitlin Clark brought to the game, not just mind-blowing talent, but a completely new, exciting style of basketball. Fast-paced, joyful, team-centric. Logo threes, no-look passes, chemistry that made every play worth watching. Now, it's back to the same old routine, only longer. Clark leaves, arenas empty out, ratings crash. And the WNBA's answer? Give us more of what fans are already ignoring. Make it make sense. Are league executives even listening to fans?
To see Caitlin Clark tonight.
Oh, gotta watch number 22.
I've been watching Caitlin for a couple of years, and since then I've dreamed about coming to a game.
And those ratings? Let's talk numbers. When Clark played, regular games were pulling over 1 million viewers. Her playoff games? 2 to 3 million. Without her, games are barely scraping 500,000 viewers. That's not a dip, it's a collapse. You can't fix a ratings freefall like that with a few extra playoff rounds. So what's the end game? Is the WNBA banking on fans forgetting about all the league's fundamental issues by the time 2025 rolls around? Or do they think rivalries alone can carry the load?
One black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one.
Because in Commissioner Engelbert's world, the league is bigger than just one player. But here's the truth, these changes might actually make things worse. More games mean more fatigue and risk of injury. Longer playoffs mean more opportunities for bad calls and bad luck. And if the officiating doesn't improve, that just means more frustration for fans who are already tuning out. It's like the league is in denial. They had something magical with Clark, and instead of building on it, they're just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. Fans aren't begging for quantity, they want quality. Fairness. Energy. Passion.
When you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one person.
Everyone keeps talking about rule changes, but no one's addressing the real issue. Caitlin Clark didn't just alter the game, she changed the entire WNBA ecosystem. From boardrooms to households across America, her impact was seismic. Her jersey? Best-selling rookie jersey in league history. That's not just hype, it's a breakthrough for a league starving for star power. And it didn't stop with merch.
Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history.
Clarkonomics, my friend.
Clark's 2024 season brought in over 54 million combined viewers. That's not a typo, 54 million. When was the last time the league saw numbers like that? With her on the floor, national TV games averaged 1.2 million viewers. Without her? Just 440,000. That's a nosedive. And attendance? Historic highs, over 1.5 million fans showed up to WNBA games this season. People weren't just watching, they were showing up. This wasn't about one player. It was a full-blown cultural moment.
She's growing to be the face of the WNBA, reason why her presence on court grabs just as much interest as some of the biggest names over in the men's event. The viewership of the regular season saw 54 million people tune in to watch the WNBA, a boost of 170% from last.
So why are fans leaving now? It's not just because Clark is gone. It's because everything she represented is missing again. High speed, high scoring, thrilling basketball, that's what pulled people in. And now, we're back to snoozefests and sloppy management. Fans aren't just missing Clark's game, they're tired of the league's deeper problems. Think player safety. Think rigged officiating. Remember that eye poke? Or the underwhelming Rookie of the Year celebration? These are not glitches, they're warning signs.
That's what's called being a consumer. You get to buy what you want to purchase.
And let's talk leadership. Commissioner Engelbert and her crew cashed in on Clark's momentum but failed to capitalize long-term. Instead of raising the whole league with Clark's surge, they rode the wave until it crashed. Now they're slapping on last-minute patches like these rule changes, hoping we won't notice the leaks. But let's not ignore the real issues. These rule changes? Just a smokescreen. Underneath, there are real, systemic problems that are going unaddressed. player safety needs serious reform. That eye poke? No call? Dangerous. Inexcusable.
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me, but no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her, so obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
And that wasn't a one-off. Clark took 177% of all flagrant fouls across the league. Let that sink in. One rookie absorbing more than her share of physical punishment. Sound familiar? Jordan rules, anyone? Only this time, no memo was sent. And then there's the Rookie of the Year announcement. No ceremony. No spotlight. Just a phone call in a gym. That's how the WNBA honors its brightest star? It's honestly embarrassing. Clark gave everything to this league, and the response was silence.
Decided that they were going to let her know she was Rookie of the Year with a phone call in Connecticut during a practice before a playoff game. You can't make this up.
Fans have had enough. They're not just upset Clark is gone, they're angry the league keeps dodging the real issues. Where are the press conferences about player safety? Where are the answers about refereeing? Where's the respect for breakout talent? More games and playoff tweaks won't fix what's broken. The WNBA needs structural reform, top-down. That means setting clear rules to protect players. That means consistent, fair officiating. And that means finally putting players first.
I speak for every one of those fans when I say, I will put my time, my effort, my enjoyment into whatever makes me happy. I enjoy watching her play, and that makes me happy.
And let's not forget, stars deserve star treatment. When someone like Caitlin Clark shatters records and brings in millions of fans, the league should roll out the red carpet. Celebrate her like the icon she is. Use her momentum to elevate every other player and team. Instead, they let the hype die, hoping some new rule changes would save the day. But ask yourself, can more games and longer playoffs fix a league that still can't protect its stars, enforce fair play, or recognize its top talent? Ratings are collapsing. Arenas are half empty. And the WNBA is acting like this is business as usual. So we have to ask, is this too little too late? Or are these even the right changes to begin with? Because from this angle, it looks like they're fighting a forest fire with a water pistol. Will the WNBA finally learn from the Caitlin Clark effect, or are we watching women's basketball slip back into obscurity? Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.